Good morning, guys. How is everyone today? It's Gigi. Come on into my kitchen. As promised in yesterday's post, I'm going to be making some chicken fajitas. Today is my youngest son, Brandon's 31st birthday. My baby boy turns 31 today. So I'm excited. I'm going to be able to spend that day with him and with my daughter, one of my other children, and my mother. So I'm excited that we're going to celebrate his birthday with him today. I'm going to be cooking some chicken fajitas, and for the sake of time, because I am cooking this, it is Monday morning. As you know, most of the time, my husband is off on Mondays, and we do our grocery shopping, running around all of our errands. Change of pace. Seems like my life here lately. Change of pace. But my husband has to work today, because Friday is Good Friday, the Friday before Easter, and his company has the day off. So he'll be working on Monday and having Friday off this week. So I'll be going by myself without him today. And so I'm fixing all of this morning, and then I'm going to load everything up in my car, and then I'm going to drive, and I'll finish everything at my mother's house, because I've got some cheese dip that I'm making and some cilantro, lime, rice, and a couple of other things. So, but I am going to prepare my fajitas with you so you can see exactly how I do that. And so let's get started on that, okay? I had my butcher in the meat department at our, I just took this out of the refrigerator. Let me close that door. I had this chopped up, sliced up in fajita slices from my butcher at our local Publix, okay? So the first thing we're gonna do is I have got about 2 tablespoons of avocado oil in my cast iron, okay? So I'm gonna get that heat cranked up, let that oil heat up for just a minute, and then we're going to put our chicken in and go ahead and season our chicken, okay? And for the sake of time, I've already, as you can see, I have already sliced up, chopped up 3 bell pepper, large bell pepper, and 3 medium to large onions. And we have got our chicken out, and I'll be cooking, because I'm making a lot. I'm going to be cooking this in several batches so that I can make sure to season my layers, cook all this chicken through, and then I will move on and fix the second batch of our chicken, okay? So I'm just feeding quite a few, so I'm going to be making quite a bit of chicken. So let's get our seasoning. All I'm using is the fajita seasoning packets. As you can see, the chicken is starting to sizzle. So I want to go ahead, I want to coat that chicken really well with this fajita seasoning. And if we need to add more oil, we will. But normally I don't, because when I put my peppers and onions in, they release a lot of liquid too. Plus I add some lemon juice and some salsa to it. So I usually have plenty of liquid in it. But yeah, you can buy the chicken strips, but they just didn't have a big enough packet for the amount that I needed to make. So I just bought the big family pack and just had my butcher to slice it up for me. He was really sweet and didn't mind at all. Okay, so we're going to crank that up on high, and I'm going to let that chicken cook up, and then we'll be back with our next step. I also decided, for the sake of time, staying on my schedule and leaving on time to make my little road trip this morning, I've got out another one of my cast iron Dutch ovens, and I'm going to go ahead and put some heat under it. Put a little avocado oil in it as well. And I'm going to go ahead and work on this second batch of chicken and get it cooking. Get it seasoned. And I know I didn't touch this, but I am touching the package, so I'm gonna go ahead and give my hands a quick wash, okay? Okay, gave my hands a good wash. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go ahead and season our second batch of chicken. There again, using another fajita seasoning packet. Now I do have my own fajita seasoning made up, but I just wasn't sure if I had enough for as much chicken as I'm making, so I just decided to get the fajita seasonings, which I love the McCormick's fajita seasonings. They've got great flavor to them. So as you can see, I've got this second batch of chicken cooking up. We'll do just like we did on the other side. We'll go ahead and pop that lid on. Give this side a nice flip and stir it up. And if this video seems a little scattered, it may be because I'm doing parts of it here at my house and parts of it at my mom's. So it may be a little different than my normal start to finish, but that's okay. Today we're going to go and love on our birthday boy, whatever it takes. That's what we're going to do. So if we have to be a little off kilter, that's all right. That's what we're going to do. These are starting to cook up nicely. I'm going to let them finish cooking a little bit longer. Then we'll be adding some more stuff to them. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start transferring all of my chicken fajita strips over to one pan, and then I'm going to be using this pan. And I'm going to start sauteing up my, see how much liquid that puts out. I'm going to let this chicken all keep continuing to cook in this pan. I'm going to use this one and start sauteing up my peppers and my onions. Turn the heat down a little bit up under that one. Then I'll be able to use all of the flavors from the fajita seasoning and the juices also to infuse that flavor into my peppers and onions. And what I do is I take 2 heaping tablespoons of a mild. Now you can use mild or you can use hot, spicy. You know what your family likes better, but I've got grandchildren too that'll be eating, and I don't want to make it spicy. So we've got 2 tablespoons of salsa in that, and then we will also be adding the juice of a lemon to that. Give that one more stir and pop that lid back on. Wrong lid. And let that continue to cook. And let's move on and add in our peppers and our onions. And if you recall, I told you that we would try to do this without spilling any of them over. There we go. I told you, let me get another. That we chopped up 3 medium to large medium to large onions and 3 large bell peppers, okay? So we're gonna just mix our peppers and our onions in there really good and then get them to cooking as well. So let's pop the lid back on and let them continue cooking, guys. As you can see, we've let that chicken cook up nicely and all that fajita seasoning and juices. I'm gonna now combine my peppers and onions over to my larger dish because I'm gonna transport it in this dish, keeping it hot in that cast iron Dutch oven. And so I'm gonna start putting my peppers and onions in with that and letting all those flavors begin to cook together. And guys, probably the next time you see me finishing up this meal will be at my mother's house. I'm taking up, my son is not really a big sweet tooth fan. He loves a red velvet cake, which I did for last year's birthday, but he also loves cheesecake. So I have bought a Biltmore cheesecake. I'm going to be transporting it too. I've got some Easter cookies that I'm going to pop in the oven at my mom's and bake with my grandchildren that'll be there. And yeah, so we're going to do cheesecake today simply because he's just not a big sweet tooth fan. So let me finish getting these transferred over from this pan into this one and get everything loaded up. I've got some, like I said, I'm going to do some cilantro lime rice. I've got some cheese dip, some chips. I've got sour cream, salsa, all the things that we want to add to our fajitas, our tortilla shells. And so yeah, I'm going to finish cooking all of this and then get everything loaded up. And I'll see you at my mom's house.
Y'all ready to eat? Come on.
Okay guys, we've got everything ready. Here's the handsome birthday boy, Brandon, and his little niece Willow and Piper, his nephew Carter, his sister Brooke, his nanny, his pop, and of course I'm his mama behind the scene. But listen, we are about to sit down and eat some fajitas and some cilantro rice, chips, cheese dip, and all the things. We'll be back later for dessert.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.